What are the best bourbons under $50? I'm going to jump into that topic today. Hi, I'm Tim from Elma Wine and Liquor. Thanks for tuning into our YouTube channel. Today I am going to go over some of my favorite bourbons under $50 right now at the end of 2024. These are the top 6 under 50, we'll call it. But before I jump into that, I just want to touch on a few that are not readily available anymore. But if you see them on the shelf for under $50, you should certainly grab them. Colonel Taylor Small Batch from the Buffalo, actually all 3 of these are from the Buffalo Trace Distillery. But Colonel Taylor Small Batch, Eagle Rare 10-year bourbon, and Weller Special Reserve. If you happen to see those out and about for under 50-ish, under 60-ish maybe, if the retailer marks them up a little bit more, definitely want to grab those. I used to sell this all day at $29.99 a few years back before it became much harder to get. But those are a little bit harder to find, especially here in Buffalo, New York area. I know in some other states they appear more regularly, but let's get those out of the way and focus on 6 bourbons that you will find on most shelves every day, or at least the store should be able to get them for you if they don't stock them. Kicking it off with Russell's Reserve 10-year bourbon. So again, like the Eagle Rare, this is a 10-year aged bourbon. It comes from the Wild Turkey Distillery, which has been around for a very long time. You're probably familiar with Wild Turkey 101, which is kind of their more readily available, trademark, famous product. The master distillers at Wild Turkey are Eddie and Jimmy Russell. So this is Russell's Reserve. These are the barrels that are their best quality. They let them age for the full 10 years and they bottle it up and sell it for roughly $45, $46. I think at our store right now we're at $46.99 a bottle. Again, we're in November 2024. So a good rule of thumb is if you could spend about $10 per year aged, you're getting a good deal. So as you can see on this one, you're getting an amazing deal for a 10-year age statement right on the bottle. And they know what they've been doing. They've been at it for a very long time. So Russell's Reserve 10-year, one of the top 6 under $50 right now. Pure Kentucky. Bottle's interesting, very basic. I think we're at $42.99 on the shelf right now for this bottle. It is made at the Willett Distillery, Bardstown, Kentucky. They've been at bourbon for quite a long time. You've probably heard of Willett. Comes in a really cool copper still shaped bottle. But this is one of their other brands that they put out. We've just been selling a lot of it. Customers are loving it. We love it. Great value at that under $50 price point, and something a little bit different. That neck is very easy to hold and pour, so enjoy that one from Pure Kentucky. Next up, we have Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. Redwood Empire is a newer distillery and bottler in California. They have been sourcing a lot of their bourbon, and they are distilling some of their own as well. So this is a blend of different bourbons from different states that are all bottled together in California. Comes in at 90 proof, which is a good proof point for that under $50. And it is only $34.99, so this could have been featured in our under $40 bottles. So amazing value. Age is about 4 years on it. Just very good quality for the price, at least 4 years actually. Just reading that on the label, so that when a bourbon states an age, they have to, every drop of juice in the bottle has to be at least that age. Can be a little bit older, but it cannot be younger. Next up, we have Green River Wheated Bourbon. They use that term wheated because products like the Wellers, the Pappy Van Winkles, and are known to be wheated bourbons. That wheat added to the mash bill allows bourbons to be aged a little bit longer and helps some of those flavors develop the longer it's aged. So weeded bourbons, because of the notoriety of Pappy and Weller, have become a little bit more common. But this is not just a gimmick for them. This is a great quality whiskey for under $50, coming in at $35.99 currently. Very well rounded, a little bit of sweetness to it, and they kind of the weeded bourbon's also just kind of a little bit easier to drink especially for beginners. So again, great price, great value, great introductory bourbon to somebody just getting started in the category. Moving over to another classic distillery. It's been around for a long time. Four Roses Distillery. This is their single barrel. So Four Roses puts a few different products out on the market. Their standard yellow or brown label bottle, which is a great value in and of itself for mixing cocktails. They have their small batch select, and then they do their single barrel program. So a single barrel is basically essentially when distilleries are aging their bourbon, they're in the oak barrels for whatever period of time they're going to age them for, and then they take all those different oak barrels and they blend them together to create that consistent product. One of the particularly unique things about Four Roses is they have 10 different recipes that they age all separately. When they're making their yellow classic label, they mix all 10 of those recipes together to make that consistent product. The single barrel is just going to be one of those recipes because it's just in one barrel. This is their shelf single barrel, so this is out readily available all the time, $49.99, so just sneaking in under that $50 price point. Bottled at 100 proof, which a little bit stronger, which is something that I tend to like because I can always add an ice cube or a little bit of water to it to bring it down if it's too hot. This particular one is rarely too hot. Another product out there that you might want to look for is store picks of the single barrel. Those are going to be over $50, but just keep your eye out. The label will look a little bit different, but this is a great value under $50. Definitely worth a try. And last but definitely not least, but least in price, $32.99 right now for a 750 milliliter of Elijah Craig, coming in at 94 proof. Elijah Craig was considered the grandfather of bourbon. He's one of the first to start charring the oak barrels before aging, which is now a matter of law. Those barrels have to be charred in order for it to be called bourbon. So no matter where it's made, they have to be using the process that Elijah Craig started way back when. This has always been one of my go-tos. You can sip it neat on the rocks. You can make a cocktail with it and feel like you're not wasting money at that price point. Just very well-rounded, very consistent, great product from Elijah Craig, the Heaven Hill Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. So those are 6 great bourbons under $50, plus 3 bonuses if you happen to see them out there. But Russell's Reserve 10-year, Pure Kentucky, Redwood Empire Pipe Dream, Green River Weeded Bourbon, Four Roses Single Barrel, and Elijah Craig Small Batch. Can't go wrong with any of them. Love to hear what your favorite bourbon under $50 is. Please leave it in the comments below. Great to hear some other options out there. I know there's plenty, and everybody has their own opinions. There's plenty, tons of great bottles out there under $50. These are just 6 of our favorites right now. Leave a comment, hit subscribe, share this with a friend to get the discussion really going, get some arguments going in the comments below. Look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.